Hey everyone! This is our last episode of this season. How crazy! It has been a wonderful however many months since October. I don't remember, I can't think. It's too hot. But yeah, we are at Fern's flower garden, so let's go pick some flowers. Woo. Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we are here at Fern's Flowers Garden and we are speaking with Fern herself.
Hi guys.
How are you doing?
Hi Bridget. Pretty good, thank you. Like dealing with the heat.
Yes.
It's
Unbelievably
weather.
hot.
Yeah. I know.
But it's been great for the flowers. We were talking about off camera. The heat is good for them. So.
Yes, like this spring was so brutal for the plants. It was so cold and then it was really windy. So we were a little bit behind the schedule, but now with this heat, everything is growing really well.
Yay. Mm-hmm. At least it's good for someone.
Yes,
For me, it can dial back a little bit. My air conditioning broke at home, so we're struggling for a little bit, but we'll get through. We will get through.
Yes, I know. At least yesterday we got a really nice, it was a storm alert, but at the end it was a really nice rain for us. Yeah. Sam, our dog, is the one who's really struggling.
Oh, yes. Poor guy.
Somewhere else.
Hiding from the heat, probably.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. We can start with you just telling us a bit about yourself.
Okay, so I'm from Mexico and I've been in Canada for 8 years. This is my first time actually like being involved with farming. My father-in-law, he owns the land and he was a farmer. So he's a great mentor and well now I discovered I love being a farmer. Like that's my thing. Now when I go to church and people are talking and praying for farmers, I just like say yes. Give us rain. And what else? I always love flowers. So I don't know, this is like a dream, honestly, to be able to grow things from seed and now be able to share with more people. And what else? It would be important to know. I think that's it. Yes, that's it.
Well, that's nice. Thank you for sharing that with us. When you came from Mexico, was Edmonton the first place that you came to?
Yes, I actually came to Edmonton because I got married.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
So my husband is Canadian, and his dad, he was a farmer. So when I met him, I never imagined in my life that I will move to Canada. And it was a little bit difficult for me just to deal with the winters.
Yeah, it's cold.
Yes, so now I'm winterized.
Yay!
Yes, this is like a brutal hit for me, and everyone goes like, well, you're from Mexico. And I say, well, now I'm Canadian. So now I feel you guys.
Yeah, like now I have to readapt to the heat.
Yes, but no, honestly, I love Edmonton. I used to, not complain, compare, because I went to Vancouver and I was like, oh, it's like, Vancouver's so green and this. And then I went to Saskatchewan last summer and it was so flat, no trees, that now I feel like, oh my goodness, Edmonton is a paradise. So
yeah, it's a very nice in-between, I would say, of Saskatchewan and Vancouver.
And I think we have the best summers.
Yeah.
Right? It's so beautiful, all the festivals and all the things that you have to do here. And again, after the winters, I feel like you really, really enjoy summers here.
Really appreciate them, hang on to them for as long as we possibly can.
Yes.
Because winter's always somewhat around the corner.
I know. You never know with the weather here.
Yeah.
So enjoy it while it lasts.
For sure. With farming, you said you weren't really into farming until coming here, and your husband, I'm guessing, is the one that got you into that because he was the farmer. So.
Well, we have an online business.
Oh, okay.
In the past, he grew as a farmer, but he didn't imagine himself being a farmer.
Gotcha.
So actually, I got him back to the like.
You got him into
Yes.
farming.
So now when you see him in the tractor, my father-in-law, he's always walking and he just laugh and say, "Remarkable, Fernanda," because now, James, willing in, that's a word because sometimes I make words, my own words.
Willing?
Yes. Yeah. So, he's a farmer boy again.
Yay.
So, so yes, I think it was the other way around.
The other way around. And why did you fall in love with farming?
Well, again, when I came here the first time, 9 years ago, I remember the first week that I was here, I was already so depressed because in the past, it was really hard to communicate. To Mexico was really expensive. We didn't have WhatsApp and all the things that we have now. And I remember my husband went to work, and I was in my house thinking, what I'm doing here. So at that time, I asked for a job at the farm of my sister-in-law, that's Riverbend Gardens, right beside us. And I started working there 1 week later when I came here, and I just love it. In Mexico, it's not normal to see women working in the fields, but just to be able to eat something that you grow, this might sound like dumb, but I used to hate tomatoes, and now it's my favorite vegetable or fruit because it's just like so amazing to be able to harvest it. And when I try, it's like you can get that flavor from something that you buy in the supermarket. So that's why my husband always says, "Fern, it looks like you are in drugs when you are in the field." It's just like I love to feel the soil, see the plants, and smell everything. So yeah. I guess I was a farmer in my other life.
Yeah, you found your paradise.
Yes. I always say I am a mother instead of mother of dragons. I am mother of flowers. That's my thing.
I love that. That's so cute. And I mean, the artwork that you have here, I just want to show it off.
Yes.
Shows, your love for flowers and also the community's love for you, because I remember you mentioning this was an artist who had painted that for you after coming in. And these are flowers that you have here. Yeah.
Yes, you can see the amaranth, sunflowers, zinnias, crasperia. And my friend Dawn, she knitted this for me, and I just love it. And I actually have another one, but this is still in the office. It's a bouquet that artisan friend made for me. So it's a bouquet, but it's all needle, all the flowers. So I'm gonna find it later and put it here.
Perfect. We'll take some video of it to put it in. So Fern's Flowers Garden, how did you come up with what was the inspiration for opening? Just the love of farming, or?
So actually, the inspiration behind is because we want to support the community garden that we share the space with. The name of the community garden is Lady Flowers Gardens, and it's a community garden that my father-in-law and his partner Kelly Mills started 11 years ago. So everything that they grow there goes to a food bank, and they are non-for-profit. So that's how we start with the flowers, because we were thinking a way to generate some money, some revenue, to keep the garden going. So with each purchase of the flowers, you guys are supporting a great cause. We always say Fern's Flowers Gardens is just the Friends of Lady Flower. Mm-hmm.
For folks who haven't been here or maybe heard of Fern's Flowers yet, how would you describe it for them? What could they expect when coming here?
So what you can expect is we are a UPIC farm that we are really close. We're in the city limits, just 10 minutes out of the Anthony Henday.
Mm-hmm. Very convenient to get.
I know.
Yeah, I'm wow, this was way easier than I thought it was going to be for going to a farm.
Actually, most of our customers is where we are, because it's so close to the city, but then again, you feel like it's a getaway of the city. One thing that I love to do here is kind of teach and share with people what we are doing here. So we always start the tour showing all the vegetables that we grow here, because for most of the kids that come with their families, they don't know how things grow. So when the vegetables are ready, this is a funny story, because the community garden had to put a sign, because I was always going inside and just pulling vegetables and asking, guys, you want a bit? So I was just pulling things, and they were yeah. they never say, but it's I get it, guys. But it's really nice. We share about that. We talk about the easement, that is the protection that Islam have. And then again, we share the flowers. It's even that you can eat flowers. Flowers is food for your soul. And you can see it, we have customers that came. We even have customers that came from Calgary last year. Wow. Just because, we hear about this place. Our first customer this year was a girl from Hong Kong that she came from a wedding. She came to Edmonton for a wedding, and she was like sending us email months ago. So I was like really stressed. Her name is Emily, because I was like, oh, Emily, our garden is behind this year. But we made it. So she came 1 week before we opened.
Yay!
And so it's just that I love to share that. And well, this is, I feel like this is like First Flowers Garden is a UPIC, yes. It's a business, of course. We want to generate some revenue. But mostly we want to share this like piece of land with people in the city. Mm-hmm.
That's so beautiful.
Thank you.
Do you have a memorable story maybe from one time guest came in?
Yes.
Yeah.
I have many. One of my favorite ones is that we have a customer that she came the first year here. Then she came back the next year with her little girl.
Aww.
And she said, you know, Fern, I was here at your garden last year when I get the call from my doctor saying that I was pregnant.
Oh.
And now she said, and I'm gonna make this like a tradition.
Oh,
so
my
I'm really
goodness.
excited. That's one. So we sell flowers for weddings, like that you can come with your party, cut your own flowers. We sell flowers for funerals, and that's one that it really gets me. Is last year, somebody said, Fern, like, we need flowers for a funeral. And I was like, okay, what we can do is put the picnic tables far away in the garden so you have your own privacy. And it was this family, and it was all boys, but they look like really farm boys, like tough. And the grandpa, it was for the funeral of the grandmother. And then the mom of the kids, like the boys. And they were like just walking, and I was thinking, oh, I don't think they're gonna enjoy it. But then I hear them talking as they were picking flowers, saying, I think Grandma would love this. So that was really nice, really special. And when they were leaving, the grandpa just gave me a big hug and say like, oh, you never changed. And I was like, you never changed. So that's the other one that really stick with me. And other one is, that's why I feel like it's so healing to be out in the nature. We have a customer from Vancouver, and that day it was kind of raining. So a lot of people rescheduled, but she came anyways. She took her shoes and she was just walking and say like that it was really tough for her because she missed the nature, and for her to be able to reconnect. So those are the kind of stories that kind of stick with me, just seeing that people's making memories here. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and you're providing that opportunity for them. Mm-hmm. So kudos to you for having, everything's so beautiful, and obviously we'll take a walk around and show some more of that.
Yes.
But I think it's just, I have like a lot of respect for you to be able to provide people with such a beautiful space, and obviously welcome them to a point where they can share in these moments with you, you know, the good and the bad, and feel safe to do so in the environment that you give them. So.
Well, I think I learned that from my father-in-law. Like, he's been so generous with his land. And that's something that I think is kind of unusual to see. Like, sometimes when you are, like, driving and you go in the wrong driveway, you kind of sometimes get, like, I hope they don't get mad, because some people react really, like, with a strong feeling. And he's just so happy. He's just, like, walking, and he just laughs when he sees people having fun. So I think that's kind of, I don't know, it's something that you kind of learn from him, I think. And I love to share this too. But yeah.
With all the flowers that you have here, do you have a favorite, or a favorite type of flower, I guess?
So we grow a little bit over 100 different types of flowers.
Holy Moses.
I know, I'm out of control. I just started.
In the best way.
Yes, in the past I used to love to buy clothes, and now my biggest obsession is when I receive my seed caragos. It's like, my goodness, I want to buy everything. But it's super funny because I never imagined my favorite flower will be marigolds.
Really?
Because in Mexico they're called cempasúchil, and it's cempasúchil. And it's a really important flower in our culture. Yes, for Day of the Dead. So you can see like fields and fields and fields just of marigolds. And we made altars for Day of the Dead, and you put pictures of your, like, dead ones that they are not with us. and you always prepare the favorite dishes. And the flowers, you use the petals to make like a pathway, because that day they come to visit you, but they had to follow the marigolds like petals. So now when I see them and I just smell it, I feel like, oh my goodness, I'm in Mexico. So that's why it's my favorite flower. I know probably there are some more beautiful, but they kind of brings me back to
There's
my home.
a memory attached
Yes.
to it. That's a beautiful tradition. I didn't know that. That's so cute.
No, Mexicans, we are like really honest about, we have like strong beliefs about the hummingbirds that I'm going to show you why I plant a lot of flowers that attract them to the garden. Last year we have monarchs in the garden. So now I'm like planting milkweed. That's the plant that they eat everywhere to try to bring them back. And they are really important in our culture as well.
Ooh, I'm excited to hear about that.
Yes. I'm going to show you. Hopefully we're going to see one. Yesterday we saw one. And so, yes.
Along with marigolds, what other flowers can folks expect to see?
So we have many types of sunflowers. We have 4 different types of zinnias. We grow foxgloves, starflowers, lisianthus. This is called coreopsis. What else we can see? Now they're kind of going to my mind. We grow amaranths, grasses, lupins, larkspurs, delphiniums. What else? Paper daisies, statice, pink pokers. I choose a lot of my flowers just because they have like really neat names. We have one amaranth that's called Hot Biscuits. I just love the name. I like a new dry flower that we buy because the name is pink pokers, and I know kids are gonna love those ones. We grow a lot of flowers that are edible.
Oh, cool.
Because I always try to make everything really interactive. So I always say to kids, oh, if you want, you can eat this. That's why we avoid to spray in the garden.
How long did it take you to learn all of these flowers? And
well, to learn the flowers, okay, when I get passionate about it, I just like read and look videos and take classes. I buy a lot of books. And it's so much how much I like about flowers that I dream about the garden all the time. We have a big group coming next week, and last night I dreamed that they were goats, and they eat all the flowers in the garden. So I was really stressed. I know. So I'm always thinking about it, like in the good way, in the bad way. Because last year that happened, we have a big group, and I always explain how to pick the flowers, and somebody like didn't pay attention, and it's fine. It's like it was one case in hundreds of good experience, but they cut the whole plant instead of one flower. Oh, no. Like I was working, and then I see 10 of my plants. They weren't there. So now we explain, guys, flowers are like little trees. We don't cut the whole tree, it's just a branch. And I know sometimes sounds really obvious, but
some people don't know.
Yes, and it was just one, so I think that kind of traumatized me because it was my babies. So about planting and starting everything in the greenhouse, I learned that all from my father-in-law. But again, they used to grow vegetables. So it's a little bit different, but he knows all the basics, everything he knows. But we've been like learning a lot just in these years, like the spacing of the plants. The first year what happened is we plant all the flowers as vegetables, so it was long rows, and I didn't even think, oh, people need pathways. So they had to go to the end and back, and then our dog Sam started like going ballistic all the garden. So he was making paths everywhere that we call them sand paths, and people was just following them. So now we have a lot of paths. So those are the kind of things that you can learn just with experience of like growing. So we grow one thing, then I see like, okay, that's most of the people wants to do this. We grow flowers that looks really beautiful, but sometimes they don't work because they have short stems, and for cut flowers you need long stems. So it's like, oh, that's beautiful, but it's out, like we're not gonna grow again. So it's just reading a lot, watching a lot, listening, because a lot of customers, they teach me a lot, like people so good here, like good gardeners. So I always say, Fern, you should grow this flower. It's great, lasts really long time in the vase. And anything that people say to me, I always grow it. So that's how I learn.
And how do you decide on which flowers and where they're going kind of in your garden? Is that just the trial and error too of this work last time, this didn't?
So yes, the first year, like I cannot do it for height. In my mind was, oh yeah, this, but then I didn't think, there are some flowers that need more heat, more sun. So now that's the things that you can learn with time. It's okay, all the celosias needs to be in the sides of the garden because they need a lot of heat. So now we know we have to put them there. Our sunflowers, we always now grow them right beside the corn because they get so tall.
Yeah.
And then with the wind, they used to blow. So now we put them with like a wind barrier. That's why we always grow corn right in the middle to kind of make like a microclimate. I forget the word. Microclimate. Microclimate. It came. So other thing this year, I'm always kind of trying to move things around. There are some things that beneficial to being close. For example, marigolds are really good they're like to get pests away.
Oh, yeah.
So it's kind of nice to have them in the sides of the gardens. What other thing? Well, I think that's about like just kind of trying something different every year, see how that works, making tons of notes. I have my garden diary that I document everything that we do. Mm-hmm.
What does your season look like leading up to the season of actually being open? Because you're not open all year, obviously. In Edmonton, that would be impossible.
I know. It will be really, really hard. It takes actually months. So during winter, I start planning everything with our seed caragos, like seeing what we're gonna grow. This year, for the first time, I try to make more design. I was trying to read and learn about the color palettes and see, what we wanna create. Because there are colors. For example, you use really bright colors, you are gonna energize people. But if you want a garden that is more like calm, then you need like blue, white, purple. So I was I spent, I think, too much time thinking about it. At the end, I just did my own thing. But I actually try to, I actually put a lot of thought in the garden. So we start in December and we order our seeds. Like you have to be on top of everything because sometimes you find the perfect flower that you want to grow, but then everybody's trying to order and prepare for this season. So a lot of seeds can get sold out. So we start in December ordering all our seeds. And then in the first week of March, we start everything by seed in the greenhouse. So we start flowers, for example, native flowers, they normally take really long time to germinate. And then after that, we start hardening off our plants outside the greenhouse, putting them back and out. And then what we do is in May, this was really hard for us this year because we have so many frost alerts that it was really difficult to actually put things outside. Because for us, if we put them too early, then we can lose everything in one night. So we transplant everything that we're gonna show you guys in the garden in one weekend by hand. So we have our friends coming to help us, and me and my husband, Sam, just giving us like moral support there, destroying another plant. But then, when we finally transplant, everything is weeding because we try to use herbicides. So it's weeding by hand. Now we are putting hay in our pathways, and the hay helps to suppress the weeds and helps to preserve the humidity in the soil.
Cool.
Yes, it looks really pretty. And when it's raining, it's really convenient because otherwise you will suck in the
moisture?
No,
In the dirt?
Thank you so much.
Yeah, of course.
There you go, see? So it takes us around 6 months, I think, to get everything ready before we open doors.
And then when you are open, it's from August, or like roughly,
So
not August. It's not August right now. It's literally July.
Mid-July, yes. No, so it feels like August.
Yeah.
It's really hot. So we open from mid-July to mid-September.
And hours, what are your hours of operation?
Okay, so during weekdays, we open from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m., and then we close from 1 to 3. And then we open again from 3 p.m. to 7:30. And on the weekends, we open the whole day from 9 a.m. to 7:30.
Long days, but I'm sure it's probably full.
Yes,
all the
yes,
time.
and well, because our season is so short, we have to.
Yeah.
And now Mondays, that usually we close Mondays because we need to weed and do other activities in the garden. Normally, we use those days for photo shoots or when people wants to book for a private event. That will be the day, because now I noticed last year we closed just one day for, I think it was for a birthday party de jour, and then that day rains like dogs and cats, and we weren't able to use the yurt. So now we say, okay, guys, if we are open for the public, we can afford to close this space for one event, so we do it on Mondays.
Perfect. If someone wanted to book an event with you, how would they go about doing that?
So they can go to our website and just go to the part where it say inquiries, and then just send us an email. Or even, I'm always on top of Instagram. So if you send me a message there, probably I'm gonna answer way faster.
Is that the same for booking to come and pick flowers? Like, do people need to book to come
Yes, actually, yes. We always encourage to do that, to go to our website, is fernsflowers.ca. That's because sometimes we get sold out, and it's kind of nice. We always want for our customers to enjoy, to don't feel like the garden is overcrowded, because it kind of takes away from your experience. And so we always, even like you can actually book 3 days ahead and kind of check. Otherwise, when sometimes it's sold out, if you guys give us a call, the number is in the website. Sometimes we can say like, okay, like I think because some customers leave early, you are allowed to be here 2 hours. So we can kind of say, okay, guys, I think we can like have you. But we prefer if you guys can book ahead to have everything ready. Yes.
And it's safer that way.
Yes, yes.
For the-
Otherwise, what happened last year, if we were sold out, and that day we had so many walk-ins. And one thing that we do when we have all the, because we have all these tables, but sometimes all the tables are taken. So we always encourage people to go for the walk in the forest, kind of kill time. You can go to the berry farm, the Yupik berry farm, and come back here. It's just like 3 minutes driving from our house. We're gonna be the Yupik district in this area, guys.
What would you recommend people bring so they have the most experience?
So
Best experience.
I think this is really important. We put hay, so normally our roads are really well, but if you wanna go for the walk in the forest, it's nice to wear walking shoes, mosquito spray, because at the end we are in
Nature.
the nature, yes, in the wildness, I like to say. Hat, I always wear my hat. It makes a big difference. Like you wanna be able to enjoy your experience and not be like, oh my goodness, this heat is killing me. But if you don't bring a hat, it's fine. We have a space with a roof. So one thing that I always say to our customers is, please take a break, just relax. Like nobody's hurrying you. Take as long as you need to enjoy and make your arrangements. But it will be hat, it will be like comfortable shoes, mosquito spray, sunscreen, and water.
Where do you hope to see Fern's Flowers Garden in like 5 years?
All right, where I like to see Fern's Flowers in 5 years. What I would really like, is that Fern's Flowers keep growing and that we can be a staple for the city. I think that you can say, oh my goodness, it's summer. It's time that we can go Like, I love when people say it's season for picking raspberries, it's season to picking Saskatoons. Well, I want people to have that in mind. Oh, it's season, the Fern's Flowers Garden is gonna open the doors. So I wanna be a staples. I wish like people can keep making memories here, to have like a fun experience about us. Like, oh yeah, I really like go there. Like, they always welcome us with open arms. And that's why I would like to be in 5 years, a good like experience for people.
And if you had to pack up Fern's Flowers and take this anywhere in the world, where would you want to go?
Yeah, I think that's a really hard question to answer, because I feel like it works here so well because we have our winters. So when the snow melts, it's just like, it's funny, but I always imagine like we just go like, I want to be outside and enjoy it. But in Mexico, because our weather is always warm, we have flowers everywhere. So I don't know if people will be like willing to enjoy this. They will be like, well, I have flowers in my house. I never, for example, in my life, went to camping in Mexico. And here I just love it. I love going for walks. But I feel it's because the same. So I don't know. I think I will pack it to another part of Canada. I don't know if I will take it out of Canada.
That's fair.
Yeah, Canadians really appreciate their summers.
Maybe take it up to like Nunavut or the Yukon or something.
Yes, no, probably, no. Yeah, you're right. Vancouver, they will say, I have more flowers in my garden, so they will not take it there.
You might, you never know.
Yeah.
You never know.
Maybe Calgary, but Calgary have so much wind that it will be, because I don't know if there are gardens over there. Where should I take it? Maybe Europe. So, I don't know.
Would be nice
yes.
too.
I'm gonna make my research.
Do it up. I was going to say Calgary. I don't know. That's just because I hate on Calgary. No hate. Love Calgary. And then last question. It doesn't have to be specific to flowers or your business, but what would you say is the best piece of advice you've received throughout your life?
I have two, and they're related with farmer, actually, but they're related with everything. So one is small weeds became big weeds. That's my father-in-law. Because at the beginning I was just like pulling weeds, like the biggest ones, and then it is true, like the tiny ones that you miss is gonna become a tree in 2 weeks. So small weeds became big weeds. I love that one. Maybe in 5 years I'm gonna have a big tattoo saying that. Here, and the other one is every year is different. Like you as a farmer, and I think in life is the same. You can have certain control of things. It's like we can control when we start flowers in the greenhouse, and this is this, but you can control the weather and the insects and different things. So every year is different, and that kind of takes a lot of weight off my shoulders, I think, because I was trying to micromanage everything that was happening in the garden, and I was getting really stressed, and now it is true. I just walk outside, look the clouds. I'm that type of farmer now. I look the clouds, I check the wind. It's like, maybe it's gonna freeze, and then, but we say, well, what we can do, right? Like every year is different. You don't have like the whole control of things, and little weeds became big weeds.
Thank you so much.
No, thank you guys for coming. I'm really happy to be able to share this with you guys, and with everybody.
We're so excited to be here.
So, hi guys. So when people come here, we always encourage people to take a seat a little bit here so we can explain how we're going to start picking our flowers. And we start tours every 30 minutes because sometimes we have like big groups of people, and then I'm in the field like explaining something when we see more people coming. So that's one thing that you can do is just take a seat, or you can wander around the garden while you wait for the next tour to start. Well, it's kind of important because we are going to teach you how to pick the flowers in a way they are going to last longer. Other thing that we always provide is a bucket like this and scissors, so you can collect your flowers. You get to pick 25 blooms, but on top of our 25 blooms, we get to pick fillers, and these guys are for free on top of our 25 flowers. So that will be the grasses and the amaranth that I'm going to show you guys. And we always allow 2 people to pick 1 gladiola for bouquet. Okay, so that will be in this area, in our yurt. And then you guys follow me. I'm gonna show you how we pick our flowers. So, again, every year we try to do something different. This year we have our hummingbird garden that is here in the front, because I was telling you guys about how important are hummingbirds in our culture. For us in Mexico, to see a hummingbird visiting your house is the soul of somebody who loves you, that's not with us, and they came to visit you. And they say it's a blessing for your home too. So that's why I was like bringing these guys. And we saw 3 already. And I love them. So, for example, we always say, when you are picking flowers, it's really important to hold the flower that you like this, like really gentle, kind of move, because it's gonna easy for us to see where we can pick. You always wanna cut right above a set of leaves, so it can be here, or even here. Always cut in an angle so they get to drink more water. And the most important part is to clean the stems really well, because if the leaves touch the water, the bacteria start growing, and that's why our flowers don't last. And if you feel this, it feels like paper.
Oh, whoa, yeah.
It's called paper daisies. So this is one. And then, oh, I love this one. So this is a really popular one. Normally, they are ready really late in the season, but because this spring was so cold, they actually bloom first. Oh. These ones are called Craspedia or sunballs. And did you feel it? You can dry these guys and they last for many years. And again, we just clean our stems like this and we put it here. With flowers such as cosmos. Oh, look the size of these marigolds.
Oh my goodness, that's beautiful.
Did you have a favorite color?
Orange.
Orange. All right, perfect. So that's one thing that we always gonna do with our customers. When we have a big group, let me find you a bigger one. We always gonna give them a free flower to start, to kind of break their ice. And then I always go and ask, what is your favorite color? And then we cut that one. All right, where is it? I'm gonna make my cut this in here. There you go. You can do it, my friend. There you go. And this is for you.
Thank you.
And boys try to be really smart and say, oh, well, I like blue. Well, I have blue flowers, guys. Yes, I grow all the colors. So these are new. We didn't have them last year. These are called cupcakes.
They're so cute.
Cupcake blush.
I used to see them in Vancouver all the time.
Yes?
There. Yeah.
Well, look at this.
Oh my gosh.
How beautiful these are. And talking about the blue ones, I was mentioned before that I like to grow things that you can eat. So marigolds are edible. These guys are edible. They're called borage. And if you try them, they taste like cucumber.
Really?
That's yes. So would you like to try it?
Yeah.
Yes.
I love cucumbers.
It's good for salads and for cocktails.
That's so
right?
cool.
And they're so pretty.
They taste exactly like cucumbers.
So that's why I like.
Which are these called, sorry, again?
Borage. That's how I think you say it, but probably I'm butchering the word. Yes, the first year we have a group, and they bring a girl that was 5 years old, and she was trying everything that I was saying, and then she tried something and she said, I like this more. So that's why I like to grow things that you can eat. So another flower that you can eat is bachelor buttons. How cute are these guys? Let's move. I want to show you. I love these ones because you can dry them. These are called straw flowers, and did you feel it?
Oh my goodness.
They're so neat. So these guys are starting to branching out. So we don't cut the whole plant. We cut the branches So let me see if I can find one that's long enough. Probably not yet, but at least you can take this one with you. Just because it's so cute. And you can put it just in a small vase.
Thank you.
So now I'm gonna show you guys the fillers. So all the fillers that are for free on top of our 25 blooms is everything that is growing in this road. So these are the grasses. We have 5 different types of grasses. For example, it's like these guys, bonitails, that are really popular.
You're so cute.
Look, you just got right at the bottom, and you wanna feel this?
Oh my God.
It's so soft. It's like bonitails.
Yeah.
Other thing that I love to grow is amaranth. So this amaranth is the other fillers that we have, and we have in different colors. This one is coral, and these are really popular for weddings. And then we have, this is coral emerald. This is called Love Lies Bleeding. We have, that one is the hot biscuits. We have a spiky amaranth. And how you harvest these guys is you just walk around, look for a branch that is not that thick, and then we clean the stems. And these are gonna be dripping from the sides. Just like,
Pretty.
right?
That's so nice.
And kids love it because I always say it looks like an octopus, and they're like, yeah. So that's a good like hit with kids. Other things that we are growing that they're not quite ready yet, but they're gonna start to bloom soon, is gladiolas, and we have 9 different colors. This year we have one that is colored blue. Yeah, there are some things that just go in my mind that I want to have, to like share, and then, well, with success, we found it. This is other flowers that are really popular because you can dry them, status, and another, it feels like paper.
That's so cool.
And what I like about these ones is when you are making an arrangement, they help to support everything. It's like the mechanics behind. So you put this because if you feel it, it's like you feel like you have wire.
Oh yeah.
Right?
They're strong.
So you can use that to kind of hold the rest of your bouquet. Like this. What else? Everything that we are growing in the other side is perennials. And we are growing an area that's going to be just for the monarchs. Because we had monarchs last year. And it was the first time that they spot monarchs in Edmonton in 70 years.
Oh wow.
Yes, because normally they don't fly this north. It's too cold for them. But last spring, if you guys remember, it was really hot. So I don't know. I don't think we're gonna see them this year, but you never know.
But if we do, we'll see them here.
Yes. Well, that's why I'm gonna share. It's kind of funny. They always remember where they find the food. They just eat milkweed because it's the only plant that when they eat, they became toxic for the predators. That's why they eat milkweed, and that's why the government encouraged people to grow that in their gardens. So we have a whole patch there. And I have some milkweed growing right in our pathway because it's where we saw the monarchs last year. It was 5 caterpillars, and we stopped working for 3 days because they were so beautiful. So I was like just not doing anything, just looking the caterpillars and super scared that our dog will eat them. And then days later, we saw the monarchs, and they fly really fast. They're like remarkable guys. Okay, so I was spotting, oh yes, this is another color of cosmos that I didn't have last year. And right, they're like really neat. So what we do, again, we cut in an angle, and you just cut anything that you don't need.
Thank you.
Yes, that's my thing. Like, you have to stop me, otherwise I'm gonna cut all the flowers that maybe you don't want. So you do your thing, and these are presents from us for you guys.
Thank you. These are stunning.
Right? Are you guys familiar with sweet peas?
Sweet peas. Yes.
Like the vegetable?
Like the vegetable?
No, sweet peas, the flower.
Oh yes, Bath and
Yes.
Body Works used to have a scent.
Yes. So
Yeah.
we have them here, and I start growing that because most of our customers, they used to say that to me. Oh, you know, Fern, I remember my grandma used to have those always in their house. So it's more like a nostalgic flower to grow. So that's why I have them every year in the garden. So this is the monarch sanctuary. And this is where I seed them last year. So I didn't have the heart to pull them. So yeah, it's gonna be a challenge for our customers to get to the other side. But yeah, so this is the milkweed. This is what the monarchs eat.
Oh, those are so pretty.
Right? And we have different colors. So this is another type of milkweed. And see how beautiful they are. And they get this high. And then we have the orange color. We have the pink one. All these guys are perennial. Lupins are really popular in the garden too. So how you do it is you just kind of go, oh, this is a good one, and cut right where it's branching out. And look at this.
Oh, wow.
It's not so pretty?
That's so beautiful.
Yes, lupins. And sweet peas. So sweet peas is another of the flowers that I like just to give extra to our customers. I know they're really short, but when you finish making your arrangement, you can just kind of put a few of them among your flowers, and they have the most beautiful essence.
Oh, they're so
You want
cute.
to-
Oh, wow. Those are nice.
I know. This is like a drug. I know. So we're gonna get a few more, guys, so you can share it. And well, these are for you. Now I will lead you just to walk around and cut the flowers that you like. If you have like any question about how to harvest anything, just let me know, guys. That's my job, and I love doing it, so don't feel bad. Yeah, some people's like, Fern, are you busy? It's like, no, I want to be busy with you, so just ask me. And thank you so much for coming, guys. I don't know if you have any more questions about the garden or anything else.
I think, yeah, thank you so much. We're set. We'll pick some more flowers and then
Yes.
we'll come back and you'll
And
teach us how to put them together.
Yes, of course. And if you guys have a chance, you can walk to and see the vegetables that we're growing. They're right beside. And remember, everything that grows here goes to a food bank. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys. All right, guys. So now I feel like this is the fun part. Like everything is fun, but this is really fun. So now we're gonna assemble our bouquet. And what is really important, I think, that's advice that I got from a florist friend, is to take our flowers out of our buckets and just lay the flowers in a nice straight line in the table. So it's gonna be easy for us to work with them. So, for example, we're gonna start doing that. Just putting them carefully in the table, because in that way you can see all the ingredients of your bouquet, right? And we start with the flowers that are the biggest, like the tallest ones. In this case, I think it's gonna be the lupins, and then you can start building around them. So this is the moment when we start assembling. Don't worry, guys, because I feel like everything looks beautiful, more with flowers.
Yeah.
But then you have a better idea. Okay, now I can add a little bit more of grass, or I want to go. And I'm really happy that if you grab amaranth, and then you can just come back to the field and grab the flower that you think, okay, maybe a yellow one is just going to make everything pop, or something pink. And I think that will be like my last advice, guys.
Perfect.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Have fun.
Thank you. Thanks for watching.
Hey everyone, just finished up at Fern's Flowers Garden. So much fun. Absolutely stunning. If you're in Edmonton, do it. And Fern is so kind and so nice, and she literally has so much information to share and tells the best stories. So
And then you get to walk around the garden, see some beautiful flowers, meet the dog Sam. Sam's adorable. Sam was definitely my highlight for sure.
So yeah, check it out.